The Critshow contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hey everybody, Rev here. Before we get into this week's episode, I want to remind you to get us your submissions for Crit or Treat. You can either email those to us or tag us on social media. We want to see your pictures of Halloween, you, your kids, your family, your pet's family. We love it. We love it all. So make sure to send those to us and we will draw one winner at random to get a box of spooky goodness. With that, it's time to let the recap roll. This vision washes over you, and you are inside of what looks like a very small prison cell block. There is a tear in reality, like it is just in the middle of the air, and there are flames pouring out of it. The flames lick along the ground, and as they touch other walls, other portals open up, filled with this fire, and you can hear the sound of encroaching hordes coming towards these portals from the other side. You can see shattered pieces of machinery as if they were previously holding in whatever that field is. You've got to find a way to make sure whatever that device was isn't just destroyed.
Okay, thank you.
And then you all see this large wooden wheel come out of the ceiling. It slams into TJ, driving him into the ground. There are flames licking off the side of it, and a human face at the center of the wheel. It looks ancient and angry, its eyes glowing orange. It lets out a laugh that you can hear reverberating inside of your head. So many delicious things to eat here. This burning wheel with a human face at the center falls through the ceiling, collapsing onto TJ. TJ, you take 1 point of damage that is armor defeating. And again, you hear this low laughter as its eyes glow. It turns its gaze towards all of you in the hallway. What are you all doing?
I want to immediately try to tune in.
I'm going to try to trap it in place.
I'm going to shoot it in the face.
Since I'm on the other side of this door, I want to touch the door or touch the wall and see if I can get a vision of what was being held here or who made this and why.
So in this moment, it sounds to me like TJ and Kim are the only two not looking directly at it. TJ because he's under it, Kim because she is feeling around on the walls. Megan, Jake, and Tass, as you look at it, its eyes flare up, and you all find yourselves trapped inside of a memory. Megan, yours is that moment of realization that you had been living the same day over and over and over again. Jake, it is the moment of losing TJ and in doing so losing the defender. And Tass, it is the moment of that uncertainty when the chosen energy was being released and being positive that it was not going to come to you. TJ, in front of you, you see the three of them go slack.
I want to go ahead and drink my serum.
Yeah, why don't you roll Act Under Pressure to get that serum into your mouth as you are underneath this creature.
That is a 9.
All right, so you are going to be able to drink this, but you're going to take a little damage in the doing. You are underneath this wheel. There are flames on it. You are struggling and fighting against it. It is going to lose interest in you and go after one of your now stunned friends, or it's going to have your scent now.
It's going to have my scent.
All right, so you are able to drink your serum.
And I want to pass down into the floor a little bit, Kitty Pryde style.
Yeah.
That's it.
As you start to phase through the floor, you feel it follows you. It can't put pressure on you, but you feel it phasing through the ground and following you. And as this thing goes out of sight into the floor, Megan and Tass and Jake, you all snap out of this stupor. Kim, you are searching the room as they are recovering in this moment. So you have a hold 2. What would you like to ask?
What happened here?
In this room, there are a ton of bunk beds. It seems like it must be the location where the Awoken who worked this facility slept. and you get this very clear vision of them sleeping and the sound of this wooden wheel, tech, 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 rolling into the room, the low laughter, and then it just slamming back and forth into bunks, passing through the wall, coming up through the ceiling. It is a massacre as it kills everyone in this room.
I don't hate this wheel as much.
This wheel hates Nazis. So that was one I get for free. Now for my hold.
Yeah.
What sort of creature is it? I don't know if I can get more than it's a head with a wheel that can phase through objects. But if I can get more.
I imagine that because of who you grew up with, that history, the arts, all of these things were something that you were deeply ingrained with.
Yeah.
And so it is not an exact one-for-one, but it looks strikingly like the Wanyudo, which is a yokai that is said to have terrorized towns, going on patrol, eating children, and being very malevolent about it. So yes, this is not the Wanyudo. I think it would be best to call it like spawn of Wanyudo, that it is
Sure.
something similar.
What is being concealed here?
The Awoken who were killed in this room, those who woke up before they met their demise, they were stunned to see this creature. Not that they were stunned to see it loose, they were stunned to see it. It was not something they were familiar with. It is not something they knew was here. This wasn't one of their inmates.
This be a surprise. Great. Cool. Thank you.
Tass, Megan, and Jake, you all snap out of it, and in front of you is an empty hallway.
Oh God, it stole TJ.
I want to run over to where TJ last was and try to tune in. Hopefully the bubble that's around it that I can't get through, hopefully I'm still within it.
Yeah, roll tune in.
13.
All right, you get a hold 3.
Where's the creature right now?
Right now, it is about 15 feet below you, but you can feel that it is still going.
How can I attract its attention?
By presenting yourself as an easy target. There is some joy that it takes in ambushing someone who is unaware. Again, the malevolence and mean-spiritedness rolling off of it. It enjoys being a dick.
Who does it regard as its biggest threat?
Kester. Because somehow, and it's very frustrating, you can feel the frustration roll off of it as like this image of Kester comes into its mind and your mind subsequently. He can't corner him. He can't catch him. He can't track him down. It's become an infuriating game of cat and mouse that he just can't seem to win, and he's never experienced that before.
It went down through the floor. I'm going to lose it soon. It's still moving away. It seems to really like to hunt people, and it just wants to ambush us. So maybe if we seem like we're easy targets, it'll focus on us again and come back and bring TJ back. It likes to corner people, and it really doesn't like Kester because he's not letting it.
Yeah, I had a vision of this thing killing like an entire bunk room full of Awoken.
Oh, nice. I mean, not, terrifying.
Like they lost control of it?
And like they were not aware that it was here.
Oh.
Yeah, the best I can work out is that it's a kind of Wanyudo. It's a Japanese yokai. They're really mean and terrifying. It's not exactly that, but it's something related to that. But more importantly, this isn't what the Awoken were here to trap or control.
All right, well, if it needs an easy target, do you want me to run down to the end of the hallway, close my eyes, and start making la 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 sounds so that I am unaware that it's coming, and one of you guys get ready to trap the damn thing?
I mean, I tried to trap it, but as soon as I looked at it, I don't know, put me in that weird, horrible sensation.
Yeah.
Rev, did it get us in that sensation as soon as we saw the wheel or as soon as we saw the face?
Why don't you investigate a mystery?
Okay.
I like the cut of your jib.
Thanks, I made it myself. 13.
All
Nice.
right, you get a hold 2.
What can it do? Like, how does this specific ability work?
Yes, it is seeing the face. If you were behind it, if you were off to the side of it, you don't imagine that you would be caught in this glare that it does when its eyes light up.
Okay, and then for my second hold, I actually have Investigate a Mystery Advanced.
What?
What?
I didn't know.
So On a 12 plus, you may ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery, not just the listed ones. What's his favorite color?
Blood red.
Is he more of a spring or an autumn?
I think I'm going to go with, how is this thing connected to whatever these machines are that are supposed to not get destroyed? Like Kim said, the fire this thing has in its wheel is similar to like the portals that she saw. What's the connection there that we don't know?
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. So, remember a long time ago when Tass said this is confusing when you learn it in this order?
Yeah.
This is going to be
Hell
one of
yeah.
those moments.
Okay.
I'm going to say some stuff to you that won't make any sense yet, but I think I have to answer this question honestly. So, its connection to that machinery was very specifically holding stable a tear in reality. And it wasn't always a tear in reality. It was a portal. Something was added to it that made it more powerful than the Awoken realized, turned it into a dimensional rift instead of a portal, which gave this Wanyudo its way into this plane of existence.
Jake, you still might be able to trap it. I think we can look at it, look near it, as long as we don't look it in the face. It does that thing with its eyes, and that's what got us all caught up in our emotions weirdly like that. I completely froze, and I just could only focus on like one memory, one feeling. But I think if we just avert our eyes from its gaze, we should be able to still interact with it. Also, I think I could kind of get a connection to how it works back into all that machinery that you saw, Kim.
Uh-huh.
Because you said like the fire was the same kind of fire, and it was something where it was able to come through because the Awoken were messing with some portals and tried to beef them up, and they did it too much, and they didn't know what they were doing, and it turned into a dimensional rift, and then this thing found its way through.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Then if that machine gets smashed, then a whole bunch of these Wanyudos can come through.
Yeah, we gotta shut this down and shut it down safely.
TJ, underground, describe to me what you're doing. You sank into the ground. The Wanyudo is following you. It seems curious. So, like, as you move, it tries to follow. You know, you can't pass through
It.
and it can't pass through you, but it can pass through the earth with you at this moment.
Right. So is this sort of like that moment in like some movies where it's a meet cute and they're just kind of like
Yeah.
circling each other, like
Yeah.
curious about each other? That's kind of adorable.
It's very Wall-E.
I want to see if I can talk to it. Hey, what's going on? Why you being so mean?
Because it's delicious.
Well, what's delicious?
The pain,
The pain.
the torment, the agony caused is delicious.
Are you in pain?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
Your pain.
my pain. I don't feel any pain right now.
You did.
I did a little. It was pretty bad. But how did you get here?
What?
How the
Rolled in, buddy.
Go ask Megan.
Yeah.
She just explained it.
I know, right? Well, I wasn't there for
Yeah.
any of that.
What do you mean? How did I get here?
In this place, weren't you somewhere else before, or are you like from this world?
Hey, what's up with your voice?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
When he's submerged in the earth, TJ talks
Yeah.
normally.
The gravel in the earth counteracts the gravel in his voice. So when he's
Yeah.
underground, he can speak normally, and that's
I
that.
honestly thought I was being gravelly there for a second.
You exhaust me. You were fun. Now you are pedestrian.
Come and chase me. Oh, here I go. Whoa. And I head on back towards the tunnel that we were just in, making sure to take a wide berth so he doesn't go after them.
I'm only following you because that was the direction I was going to go anyway.
Not because you told me
Where
to.
your friends are.
I just want to like taunt this thing to where it follows me through the earth forever if
No,
it takes
I'm
to
leaving you.
save my
Goodbye.
friends.
I have to go. You exhaust me, and you feed me nothing now.
Okay. Well then I'm gonna book it towards the tunnel and see if I can't convey that this thing is right behind me.
Yeah, why don't you roll Act Under Pressure to get through this earth faster than the Wanyudo?
I'm gonna go ahead and burn a luck because
Okay.
I
Whoa.
am rolling shit today.
It's true.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
So, what is your luck ramification?
When you spend a point of luck, your next creation has a bug. Not necessarily good or bad, just certainly unusual.
Yeah, okay. So you spend that point of luck. The rest of the group, TJ, springs up out of the floor in the hallway.
Oh, dear God.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, get ready. It's right behind me. It's feeding off our pain and torment. So try not to get hit by it.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm going to try not to get hit by it.
Do I feel as though I could teleport back to the other end of the hallway from whence we came?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm just going to pop over to the other end and start drawing out a trap circle on the floor and just call out, somebody bait it down here, and I'll just pop this off when it's inside.
All right.
All right, so Jake, why don't you roll use magic first?
Okay. 10.
All right, so what is your effect?
Trap a specific person, minion, or monster.
Okay. So a couple seconds later, you hear tech, 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 tech of this wheel coming from down below, and it springs up into the hallway, rolling towards the door.
I want to jinx it immediately.
Yeah, roll jinx.
Nice.
12.
All right, you get a hold 3.
I will immediately use one of those hold to recharge my hummingbird necklace.
Okay. Kim, TJ, Megan, and Tass, you are on one side of the hallway. Jake has teleported down to the other to start setting up this spell circle. It is rolling towards you all in this doorway. What are you doing?
Running?
Yeah.
I want to try to use my abilities to attack it, slow it down.
All right, so I think first this is all going to hinge off of Megan. Megan, roll kick some ass.
7.
All right, and how much harm do you do?
2 harm, close, obvious, ignore armor.
You let out this mental blast, and you can see that it washes over the flames on the wheel, and the face at the center of it scrunches up, and then it shrieks out in rage, and as it does, fire roils out of its mouth towards you. It's 2 points of damage, not armor defeating, but there are flames around you now. So I think that it is significantly distracted in this moment. So Tass and Kim, you do not need to roll to get past it.
Okay.
Cool.
TJ, what are you doing in this moment?
I'm going to try and go past it with Kim and Tass.
Okay, yeah, you have no problem getting past it. As the three of you head down that direction, you can see that it is squaring off towards Megan in this moment because she has done something that has affected it, which has not yet happened.
Can I give it a kick as I'm going by it to maybe get it back on us?
I don't think there'd be any role for that. Just kicking it is
Yeah.
not going to hurt it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's done something mentally to it, and it's mostly just a head.
Gotcha.
So that, yeah, you just be kicking a wheel.
Yeah. And then I look like my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get past it. I know it's headed towards me, but I want to try and see if I can slip past it in its confusion.
Yeah, roll act under pressure.
8.
So what is your kind of ultimate goal here? Is it to get past it? Is it to get its trajectory moving in that other direction? What is the thing you absolutely succeed on here?
I want it to move towards Jake's trap.
Okay. So yes, it will start going towards Jake. I think that you are going to take a little more damage as you try to get past it. You're going to lose track of something, or it's going to have your scent now, in addition to TJ's.
It can have my scent.
Okay.
I'll tell him where I got it.
Sure.
From Lush.
Yeah. So, Megan, you are able to get past the one Yudo, and it turns 90 degrees and starts rolling down the hallway towards all of you, this maniacal laughter filling the space.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until everybody passes the circle and trying to look the other way and time this out.
I think it's going to be act under pressure to get this at the right moment, to catch it. You know that it has the ability to phase, so you want to make sure that you get it when it is not in that kind of in-between state.
4.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tass and Megan, TJ, Kim, you get behind Jake. Is there any expectation that he's not going to stop this monster, in its tracks from the spell?
Oh, no, I have no doubt.
He's got it.
I'm a little hesitant in the sense of I know this thing can phase.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be ready if it decides that if it's trapped to phase through the floor, through the walls or something, to go after it and see if I can't keep it from moving in that direction.
Sure.
Similarly, I jinxed it in case something comes up that we don't expect and try and help get it where it needs to be.
Yeah, so I think Megan and TJ give me an act under pressure.
8.
Dose.
As the one Yudo rolls down the hallway, on the wall you see this brief moment of a green flare from its eyes instead of the orange. And in that flare, you hear this deep inhale from its nose, and it tweaks towards Megan just a little bit, and it knocks her mixed success down to a fail. But it does lose that hold of the smell.
Nice.
And it rolls over all of you. Everybody takes 1 point of damage, not armor defeating. Its laughter fills the hallway as it sinks down into the floor, and you hear the tech, 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 getting further and further away.
I'm unstable, and also, Rev, it's plague time.
All right, so Kim, you are unstable. Why don't you roll a d6 for me?
Great. Sorry, everybody.
I'm so excited.
4.
As you are all hit, Kim opens up her mouth to let out a grunt of pain, and this darkness roils out of her mouth. It is thick and oily, and it floods the hallway. You cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot smell anything. You are entirely senseless and encased in this darkness.
Oh, good.
This is nice. This is one of them sensory deprivation tanks.
Deprivation chambers.
It's the most relaxed I've been in whatever Critshow years is.
Everybody goes to sleep.
I think I tried calling out a few times, but realizing can I even hear my own voice?
You cannot.
Oh, God.
I want to try and sink into the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. You are able to. And as soon as you are low enough, you see like the earth around you and stuff, and your senses come back to you.
Now that I'm underground and got my senses back, can I still hear the tech, tech, tech?
You cannot.
Okay, but I know it went downward?
Yeah, you can't really get a sense of where it is. You don't hear it, either that strange tech sound of it rolling. You don't hear the laughter in your head. You don't really feel its presence at the moment.
I'll open up the mental chat room. Can I hear anyone?
You can.
Hey, anybody there?
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
It's me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm underground. I've got my senses. Did anybody else lose their hearing or their seeing for a second?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm feeling around too, just to see if I can find any of them.
You ever go to sleep on your arm or your leg and you wake up and it's numb? You just feel you can feel that you're moving, but it's a weird kind of flapping sensation as it hits the ground. It seems like senses are deadened in this darkness.
Oh, I hate it.
I just take off running in a direction. I know I'm the person causing it, so if I get away from them, maybe they'll be able to see.
She needs to roll a D4 and see which direction she's going.
She goes.
Which wall do you
Slam into?
sprint into at top speed?
Yeah, roll me a D4 for direction.
2.
None of you hear the wet slap.
We just hear Kim go, ugh!
You're all suddenly able to see, hear, taste again. And as your vision comes back, you see the brief recoil of Kim slamming into a stone wall and falling unconscious to the ground.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
I'll run over to her.
Yeah, same.
Hey, are you okay? And I'll prop her up a little bit and get out my What I Like About You book. I think that would have maybe been a bit more appropriate if the monster was still here, but that was a really cool attack. And I'm sorry you're unconscious right now, but I hope that you can hear me. You do weird stuff, but it's really, really cool. And I will spend 2 points to stabilize her.
So yeah, you are stabilized again, Kim, and you are awakened as you hear this message pushed into your mind through the mental chat room.
Oh, God, my head.
Can I get out my kit and start wrapping up the scrape and bruise on her forehead and everything?
Yeah, roll medic.
Awesome. 13.
All right, so heal 2 points.
Is everyone okay?
I'm not feeling great, but I'm all right for now.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Megan, you want me to try to patch anything up? You bleeding? Broken rib?
No, my clothes are kind of singed, and I think I inhaled some of the smoke from that fire, but I'm okay for right now.
Okay.
I got a few cuts and scrapes.
I'm sorry, guys. I fucking blew that one.
Dude, this thing can literally phase through anything, and it's a wheel, and it has a face. So I know nobody can be blamed for any of this right now. CJ, sit down. I've got some salves and stuff that will help those burns.
Thanks, bud.
I'll try to patch him up if I can.
Yeah, roll it.
Whew. That was close. 8. So you will heal 2, or if you're unstable, you can stabilize instead of that.
I believe that I shall heal 2.
Okay.
Well, the positive to come out of this is that I did level up. So I'm just going to take +1 weird. Because I have completely fucked several weird rolls over the course of this.
I need that extra.
Yep. I mean, the trap is still good, so if we can get it back here, we could take another crack at it.
I think it left. I tried going down a little to see if I could hear it, and I don't hear it or sense it or anything down there.
No, but it likes to hunt, and I think it's mad at me. I don't know exactly what it was that I did. Maybe because my powers are a little more mental, it was affected more, but it looked really angry that I actually caused it some pain.
What if we continued on?
I think we have to. I think we got to get Kester and Landara out of here if they're still in danger.
And, Megan, if we need to, we'll keep you at the center of us, and then that way we'll all have some sort of advantage over it if possible.
Yeah, I'll keep trying to reach out. If it comes back to us and I'm in its bubble, I should be able to tune into where it is, maybe get an idea of where it's going to come out before it actually does, so it doesn't get a surprise jump on us.
Hell yeah.
Before we leave here, can I modify this circle?
Sure.
I don't know what it will require mechanically to do this, but I want to open it up to trap anything and set up like an alert for myself when something springs the trap. Like, just in case this thing happens back through, or if fucking somebody we're looking for happens through, that I know, something's in the trap, I'm going to go check on it, and then, if it's somebody we like, I can get them out of here. If it's the thing, we can try and attack it.
I think I'll just make that trade for you. You can be notified when this goes off, but it will go off when anyone goes into it.
Okay. I'll kneel down and make those adjustments and let everybody know. Okay, I'm re-rigging this thing. Everybody be careful, don't step through it now. It'll go off for anyone or anything, but I'll know about it. So, at least if anyone passes this direction, we'll be aware.
Nice.
Cool.
They won't be hurt if it's someone innocent, right?
No. Well, I mean, the trap itself won't do any damage, and I plan to come check on whoever triggers it ASAP. I suppose if they got trapped and were just left here for a while, something could come hurt them, but I don't intend to let that happen.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all right.
Let's go.
All right, so you all start to head further into this room, and you see the chaos that Kim described earlier, all of the crushed bunks, bone dust on the ground, which doesn't seem like it should have happened that fast.
Huh.
But you don't see, viscera.
What the hell is this?
As you get to the end of this room, there is a doorway that is actually slightly cracked open, and you see a set of eyes peeking through the crack.
Oh, hey, hello, Kester, Landara. If it's either of you, we're buds.
Do you know Kester?
I know Kester.
Yeah.
Are you the people he called?
Yes.
Yeah, he called us to come help.
Can I reach into your minds to make sure?
Yeah, you can reach into mine. I'm the one who talked to Kester.
All right. And the door cracks just a little more, and you see these very small bits of pollen float through the crack in the door, and they alight on your cheek, Kim, and all of a sudden you hear this voice in your head. Okay, you seem safe. Hi.
Hi.
And then the door opens up fully, and there is a young woman. Her skin is very pale, but her hair is this deep brown, and you can see all of these green flecks in it. And as she moves, the flecks fall onto her shoulder, onto the ground, and she smiles brightly at you. He told me that you would be coming. I thought I'd meet you at the door.
That was smart.
What's your name?
Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. Do you mind if I reach into your mind just to double check both ways?
Can you?
I can.
Okay.
All right, and we'll use telepathy to reach out.
I think this is the first time Megan has encountered this. The connection is so quick and so strong. This would be another vessel for the empath. Oh.
Hi.
Hi, you're like me, but stronger. That's cool.
Yeah, I think we're pretty similar. It's very nice to meet you.
Yeah, I like your name. That's pretty.
Thank you. I like yours. Are you safe?
Kester said that it would be leaving. Things weren't going well for you, and it was going to go sleep.
Oh, okay. Do you know where Kester is right now?
Yes, you want to come this way? I'll take you to him.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
please.
yes, please.
Okay. And she turns and she ruffles her hair, and a bunch of this green comes out into her hand, and she blows it at all of you, and you feel these little pieces of pollen alight on your skin, and you hear her voice just briefly and very softly in your head. This way. And she leads you further into the facility to a double door, and she bangs on it, and you hear the sound of a lock being undone, and the door opens, and there stands Kester Danholm. I'm so glad you're here.
I hug him.
Oh, hello.
Hi, sorry, that was maybe a bit forward. In another stream of time, like 100 years from now, you and I were pretty good friends. So it's nice to meet you a little earlier.
Well, that's terribly interesting. That sounds almost like some kind of time or fate deity speaking. Who might argue?
Yeah, something like that. Speaking of which, Landara, is she here? What happened?
She's a little further back. Reggie is taking care of her. She's in rough shape.
Reggie is?
Just one of the other prisoners here. There were 4 of us who were able to escape from that creature that I realize you all have seen now that has been stalking us.
Yeah, so did that thing kind of break you out in a way, or?
It broke everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's find Landara.
Yes, this way. He leads you through this mess hall into the back and into the kitchen, and on top of a stainless steel table, Landara is there. And there is it's hard to say young man, but there is a mosquito man there. He's maybe 5 feet tall. He's wearing a 9 Inch Nails t-shirt and some baggy jeans.
Nice.
And he is patting some of the wounds of Landara and leaning in and drinking some of what looks like corrupted blood out and spitting it into a bucket on the ground.
Something inside me kind of goes a little feral, and I get a little like,
Yeah.
Hey, no, it's all right. We've encountered more of the brood, and it'll be all right.
Run over to Landara. Is she conscious?
It's in and out. Like, it seems like that she sees you approach, but she doesn't know who is there.
Can I work on somebody that's a sort of part monster, part undead?
That's a phenomenal question. I think you could with some assistance.
Okay. I mean, I think I immediately come up and just gently put a hand on Reggie's shoulder. Like, hey, you're Reggie?
He signs to you. Yes.
I'm Tass. You're doing a real good job here with her. That's impressive.
He signs. There's a lot of bad blood. There's nothing that I could drink and keep down safely, so I'm having to spit it all out. But almost everything that's coming out is corrupted blood.
Okay, how about we tag team this? If you can keep siphoning while I find the source and get everything patched up, we might be able to get her back to stable?
He nods. So after a couple of minutes of work, Landara's eyes flutter open. Ugh.
Hey, there's that badass.
Ah, shit.
Hey, we brought a surprise for you.
It better be just every bottle of Excedrin you could find on the way here.
That, I have some painkillers in my pack, and he looks a little different than you remember, but we got a TJ over here, too.
Surprise!
That old bastard got it to work.
How long have you been back?
Gosh, maybe 2 or 3 days, I think.
Oh.
You sure seem to have a nose for trouble. How'd you get here?
They built some kind of device. I think they were trying to prepare to use it against Jake. I think they still thought he could teleport, and so they built this thing that if you were in the middle of a teleport, they could pull you out of it. I was coming back from finishing my job with death, and I just got ripped out. As soon as I hit the ground, they just started beating on me till I was unconscious, and I woke up in a cell.
Son of a bitch.
Kester, how did they get you? Was it something like that?
No, I wish it was that harrowing. I was using a bit of my abilities to fleece a rather large casino, and I think a call got put in on me, and I got a slapjack to the back of the head and was put into a trunk, and I woke up here.
I once used my powers at a casino. It went equally poorly for me.
Yes.
This is a weird question, Kester, and you can not answer it if you don't want to. How old are you? Or do you age?
I haven't in about 3 or 4 years. So right now I'm in my early 30s.
Okay, because you look identical to when I met you 100 years from now.
Well, that feels like good news for me.
Yeah, what happened 3 or 4 years ago?
My powers manifested, and then they got stronger. When they got stronger, I felt this influx of, I don't know how to describe it, but thoughts, possibilities, futures, hopes, dreams, nightmares, just all the things that I sometimes can see. And that's when I noticed that I wasn't changing exactly anymore.
Man, every oracle I know doesn't age except for me. Or maybe I don't either. I have really good skin.
I guess we'll know in 100 years.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is there anyone else down here? Or are you guys the only ones that you know of that were trapped like this?
We're the only ones that survived.
Oh, right.
How many were there?
I think there were 4 others, and a slew of workers, minions of the Awoken, 2 of the lieutenants and the leader. We never found a body for either of the lieutenants or the leader. I think he might be squirreled away somewhere. I don't know about them.
Well, frankly, I'm not as worried about them yet. We've got to get all this stuff sealed up. And really, first, we need to get you all out of here.
Do you know where the portal machine is?
Yes.
Oh, right. If you guys were trapped somewhere, so were you somewhere like a 2-story kind of area with cells?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, any information we could get about that? Path to, direction, anything.
Just outside of the door here is the 3rd door on the left. Large double doors, just like the set that were on the mess hall here.
Okay.
That's one of the safest places to be. So be careful if you head in there. Agent Ventling and Agent Stevens, they were 2 of the most cruel captors here. They're nothing compared to the man that they call Reverend Brimstone who runs this place. You say you're not afraid of them or worried about them. You should be.
All right. Well, then they're on the list.
They've altered themselves. They can do things. Reverend is enshrouded in a shield of fire. He's wearing some garment made out of imp skin. Stevens had a strange pair of boots that let him phase through the ground. I think they were made from gremlin. In Ventling, she had a crown of will-o-wisps that allowed her to blink in and out. Oh, it's like a short-range teleport.
For people that hate the supernatural, they sure rely on it.
Fight fire with fire is what the good Reverend kept shouting at us.
He's about to get some fire then.
Oh, I wouldn't. He's literally
he's
surrounded
fireproof.
in a shield
well,
of fire.
I mean, more
Literally
like I'm
flame-proof.
Yes.
gonna fire my gun, like fire the gun.
I see.
He's gonna get the gun.
Do we think we could fit a car down here?
You're asking Rev, the keeper.
Yeah.
I was so stunned by the eye contact that I was like, dude, he doesn't know how size of a car.
Like roughly one that Damien owns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you fit a hot rod down here?
Yeah.
In the mess hall, absolutely. It's gonna make a mess, but it would fit.
Well, this is the right place for that.
Mhm.
So.
No,
yeah.
I walked right into that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look at everyone. I think if we can clear out enough space in the mess hall, Damien should be able to get the vehicle in here and we can load everyone in that needs to get out of here.
Hell yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's clear some space and I'll call him up.
Yeah, start shoving tables against walls.
Mhm.
Yeah. You take a couple minutes and you clear the space and you call Damien. How's everything going?
Well, it's going.
I've come to be terrified of that tone in your voice.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, we found everyone that's still alive. And we need you to come get them, if you wouldn't mind. But there's still, like, a fire wheel face man that loves murdering people.
Tell him somebody stole his fire wheel shtick.
So, Tass says somebody stole your fire wheel stick.
A fire wheel
Face man.
face man.
Yeah, face man. So it's like a big wheel, and then there's, like, this guy's face on it, and he's like, ha 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 ha. And
Well,
then
like
he
the
looks
one
at you.
go?
Yeah. And he looks you in the face, and then if you look at his eyes, you remember all his terrible feelings that you used to feel, and you can't do anything or move. And then he, I don't know, he did something to me. I thought I did pretty okay, trying to dodge something, but then he like looked at me weird.
Tell him how I phased through the wall.
TJ made a potion, and it's like now he's like phasing through walls and stuff, which this thing can also do. You seem to know about it. What? You know what? Why don't you just... Can you just get your car in here and maybe I'll just talk to your face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear some space.
All right.
There is the sound of distant squealing tires, and then this car bursts into the mess hall and screeches to a stop. This was not where I was expecting to come out.
Yeah, we made room, but that's what we got.
Oh, you've been underground before, right?
No, I just meant it like a dinner hall.
Yeah, I don't usually call in favors to have him bring his car into
The inside.
the inside of places. That's fair. Yeah, let's get everyone who's injured out of here.
Yeah, so who are you loading into Damien's car?
More than likely, Lindara, since she was more injured than it looked like everybody else. And then the little girl, Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we want to get the prisoners out, so
Okay.
let's get the prisoners out.
No, just those 2.
Man, Kester could be pretty useful down here, though. He is the one being that has been able to evade this thing.
Yeah, how do you do that anyway?
I can see the future, and so I simply make sure to not be where it's going to be.
When I knew you, you used to be able to kind of like not stop time, but you would like see all possibilities at once.
Yes.
And then figure out the perfect way to do something.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like I see everything. Everything just stops, and I'm able to take it all in.
Yeah. Oh, so cool.
So we could keep you safe still. You could figure out, like, where is it going to be so you know where you have to be safe, but then we could go to the place that's not safe and deal with it.
So what am I just keeping myself safe in that plan?
Yeah, but communicating to us where to be not safe.
I see. So you want me to see where it's going to be so you can go there?
Yes. Unless you want to leave. Like, I totally understand if you don't want to stay and, like, help fight this thing because you've been through hell and back down here. So if you want to get in the car, no pressure. Totally understand.
I would love to leave.
I would love for you to leave too.
Well, that's 2 for me
Yeah,
leaving.
fuck you, bro.
Whoa.
No,
no, I want you
No,
to
that's
stay.
what Kim said. Kim said
like
she
you.
hates you and she wants you gone.
Absolutely not. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like,
That's what I heard.
I can only anticipate that you will have a role to play in the events that come, and I would like you to be alive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he is the only person that can completely keep himself safe from this thing.
Yeah, that's why I think he should come with us. Because he could tell us exactly where it's going to be every time. Every damn time.
I mean, there's always a chance.
Kester, you want to be gone?
I am of 2 minds. You all came here and rescued Landara, and as part of the ramification of that, rescued me. So if there is something I can do to aid you in whatever it is you're trying to do down here, what are you trying to do down here? Why aren't we all just leaving?
I think Kim can speak more eloquently to this, but we've got to not let the machinery that's running that rift fall apart, because that would be potentially devastating, and we'd have all sorts of wheels rolling around on fire, and possibly worse. So we need to get rid of... Let's call Axel. Can we just agree on Axel?
That's what I was thinking.
There we go.
Twisted metal.
So we get rid of Axel, we get rid of the lieutenants and the reverend, and we fix the machine?
Or, like, safely shut it down. Just
There
don't
we go.
smash
Control it. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, shut it down. Yeah.
Listen, Kester, that's true. We did come here, and we didn't just come here for Landara. We came here for you, too. We came here for everybody that needed saving, but that was our choice. You don't have to make up for it or pay us back in any way.
But it would be nice if you told us exactly where this thing's going to be at any given moment.
Yeah.
How about this? How much did you think you were going to pull the casino for?
Well, I was very drunk. I don't... the numbers are kind of lost.
Okay. I'll pay it to you. I'll give you the wage if you stay
can
and
we
help
hire
us.
you? Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't know why that feels worse to me than...
That's weird. Why does that feel worse to you?
I think he's in it for the thrill.
No, I just... I just meant... that-
Oh no, that would take all the fun out of it. I just get off on victimizing the casino.
Well, sure. I mean, that too. But I meant in the budding first steps of our relationship, either I could stay and help you out of my own volition, or you could pay me. Having you pay me feels a bad precedent to set.
Listen, we're friends either way.
You pay your friends?
Sometimes.
Depends on what they're doing. If it's the thing they do.
Well, if it's Tass, I give him a big old hug sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, payment looks different to different people sometimes
Look,
too. So
Yeah, we don't want to just make you do this for the exposure, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. This feels like a you problem now. It would be helpful if you stayed here. We're not going to make you stay here. I'll offer you fair compensation to stay here, but now you just got to decide what you're going to do.
Listen, unfortunately, that's not how these games work. I'm a simple NPC, and you have to be responsible for my fate.
All right.
I've offered you a path forward, and you've refused it, simple NPC.
I have not. I just keep getting argued both directions about whether I'm staying or going.
Kester, what is it you want?
For you to tell me what to do.
I've got it.
Group.
I've got it. Can you do this for us?
Yes.
Can you sort of plot out a likelihood of Axel is here now and will be here in, like, if it took us 10 minutes to walk to a place, that's where he'll be in 10 minutes. And, like, the other three are vaguely in a similar situation to give us, like, a likelihood of a path. And then you let us know what that is, and then you get out of here.
Kind of, yes. I can tell you how far, for example, everything is from you, and if they were to start making their way as soon as my moment was over, how long it would take for them to get here. And that's if.
I love that. I think we start there because any other little chaotic things that might happen in the meantime, Kim's got that covered in spades, and that'll get you safely out of here. Agreed? Anybody?
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's a pretty good compromise.
I agree. So only half pay.
All right, that's fine.
I'm
So
just kidding.
I'll get you 43 gear points.
Oh. I can buy so many cars with that.
It's a lot of cars worth.
Kim this whole time, because it's like Kester was not completely different in the future, but he was like way more serious. And this guy, now I'm like, do I have a crush on Kester now?
All right, give me just... And there's this weird shimmer, and then he says, a moment, all right. So, the Wanyudo is currently asleep in one of the upper cells inside of the chamber that we were being held. In our past experience, it slept for 10-15 minutes after it had a full meal, and it seems like it got what it needed off of all of you. But it is close by, the portal. Stevens is dead. I just found his body for the first time.
Oh.
I think the Wanyudo might have gotten him on its way to its nest. Ventling is hiding inside of a broom closet, the opposite direction of the door that you initially took. You would have to go back out into the brickwork tunnel and go into the first of the two doors. I still can't find the Reverend. I don't know if he's hidden magically, if he's got some kind of safe room, something that I can't spot.
Is there a chance that he's gone? Or does your, like, time situation also not matter insofar as space is concerned?
He was a fervent man. We're still alive. This creature still roams the halls. I can't imagine he left. He would see that as such a mark of dishonor in his twisted view of what his job is. I can't imagine him running until this whole place was just ash and rubble.
Fair.
Well, that's more or less what you saw in your vision, right, Kim?
Yeah.
I wonder if he went through to recruit.
Or fight.
Oh.
All right, so the creature is where we need to go, both because that's where the creature is and because that's where the portal is.
Yes, and it's asleep for, I would guess, 5, maybe 6 more minutes.
All right. I'm going to help Landara into the car.
Should we go get this Ventling out of the broom closet? We might need her to tell us how to shut this down safely.
I'm afraid that's going to be its own fight. I think if she's going to be hiding in there for a while, we leave her until we take care of Axel.
I agree.
I'm with you guys.
All right. Thank you, Damien. Kester, thank you. Y'all just go, go, go.
Oh, where are you taking them, Damien?
Yeah, where am I taking them?
Oh, Castle?
Damien gives you a quick kiss, Megan, climbs in the car. All right, everybody buckle up. We're headed to the land of misfit toys. And they vanish in a burst of flames.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you all follow Kester's directions. It is not 45 seconds before you are able to get down to this other set of double doors. You know that the Wanyudo is inside asleep. You're at this set of double doors. What are you doing?
Can I try to see through time before we go through one of these doors?
Yeah, roll it.
7.
All right, you get a hold 1.
May I also roll fortunes, please?
You may.
That one's a 12.
All right, you get a hold 3.
Actually, while I'm rolling all these things, what does the Necklace of the North Wind do?
Phenomenal question.
That might be important.
Yeah, so the Necklace of the North Wind, the way that we know that this worked for Strom is that every morning she got a vision of the day. If she did anything to actively change the course of the day, the rest of that vision was essentially null and void.
Uh-huh.
So I think the way that this is going to work mechanically for you is that once a day, I don't know if we say once a day, once a mystery, because oftentimes you have many mysteries.
In a day.
In
Yeah,
a day.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what would be more advantageous.
Yeah, so we'll say once a day because that is how Strom described it.
Yeah.
That essentially when I declare something that something has happened, you can invoke the Necklace of the North Wind to tell me that was a vision, and that we will take a couple of steps back, and you can then take a alternate route. And this is similar to what you can do with fortunes, but you can also use it on yourself.
And is like the scale different? Like, because
Yes.
for fortunes, it's retroactively warn someone of an attack so that it doesn't happen. Like, that's kind of like one instance of damage.
Yeah.
Like, is the North Wind different in some way?
Ooh.
Is it like the Omega 13?
Interesting. Yes. Give me 1 second here.
Did I just make this better or worse?
I think that either here are your 2 options, I think.
Okay.
You can kind of keep what we described, that it is just nope, that was one of my visions. We're going to take a step back to where that, decision was made and move forward so that it's, a couple of moments.
Okay.
Or this could be a weird roll, and on a mixed success, it is like the previous action that was done, that was taken, and you can undo that and do a different thing. On a full success, you can back up like a chain of events. So like if TJ does something and he fails, Jake tries to help out and he fails, you use this, you get a mixed success, you can make it so Jake doesn't help out and maybe Tass helps out and he succeeds. On a full success, you could back it up to where TJ doesn't do that thing and someone else tries a thing. So you remove those 2 fails from the world. Yeah, so I think that if you want to roll it, it can back up a chain of events as opposed to an event.
Gotcha.
Or you could just make it the no need to roll, it does this thing.
I mean, we might as well roll it, right?
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so do we try to get this door open and sneak in here and let TJ get hands on that machine and see what we think we can get done in the next 4 minutes and 15 seconds or whatever? Or do we go in here and try to kill the thing first and then deal with the machine? Because if the machine breaks, we're in a lot of trouble, right?
Yeah, like cataclysmic trouble.
I think getting TJ in there and getting him some time while things are calm is going to be important.
Plus, you work fast, man.
That's very true. So I'm going to try and look through the door, and then I bonk my head because then I realize, ooh.
Yeah.
We're done with the serum. It lasted for that sort of scene.
That scene, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you now have got your -1 to your cool.
All right, I guess let's get in there and the 4 of us can try and take up position somewhere that we could draw its focus away from TJ if it does wake up. Like maybe we spread out or, all kind of hug a wall opposite where TJ is or something. Let him get to work.
Yeah, that sounds great. I might need one of you to help me out just in case. I need an extra hand. I know I work fast, but you never know.
I'm not sure I can hurt Axel that bad. I don't know how it works. So I'll be ready. I'll be down there helping you and just ready to defend you if necessary.
Yeah, I was going to say the opposite. The thing I did earlier seemed to actually cause it some pain, so I think I need to have my focus on him.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Sounds like a great plan, guys. I'm super excited.
All right, we've got 3 minutes left. Let's go.
All right. I gently push the door open.
But you didn't lube this one.
Oh,
so
shoot. Oh, my God.
I think there's going to be an act under pressure just to get to the machine. There's not one for the door, then to sneak across the room. There's just an act under pressure to get to where you want to be unheard. And I think this is for everybody that is trying to get into a position that is not outside of this door or directly inside of the door.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
11.
8.
Also an 8.
7.
5.
TJ, you make your way up towards this machine that is holding the rift in place. It's about 8 feet high and 4 feet wide, and inside of it is just this rippling energy, and it doesn't look like a portal that you have seen before. But I think the thing that stands out to you is there's all these different components, all these sigils, all these different pieces, and on the right-hand side, a little higher up, you can see some wires running out directly into the corner of the door, and jammed into those wires, feeding energy into the door, is Landara's silver doorknob.
The Critshow is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.